I want to discuss a little bit today about what is an abomination to God, something that God detests, and that is idols. It can be traced back to even in the Ten Commandments when God gave his first two commandments to mankind, to his followers. One is to have no other gods before him. And the second commandment was to not have any graven images, which are idols. Both of those commandments have a lot to do with each other. Putting anything before God and having little representations of things that you worship, they all kind of go together. And today, we have many idols in our lives. I struggle with that myself. There are all sorts of things in my house that I should probably get rid of just because I've looked to them for comfort, for things like that. So I admit that I struggle with that. But it goes beyond things. Idols are behaviors or ideals that we put before God. Anything that gets between you and God is an idol. Anything that you put before God is making it a God with a little g before the Lord God. And they can be sinful behaviors. It can be gluttony. There's a Bible verse that talks about one of man's gods being his stomach, and that alludes to eating. People make food their god. They make all sorts of things their god. That's where addiction comes in. A lot of people look to substances, to different drugs or alcohol as a source of relief, and in a sense they worship. They make that their god. They go to rock and roll concerts or any kind of a concert, any musical genre, including Christian genres, and they cheer for the people on the stage in a worshipful manner when our worship should be saved for the Lord God. So I just want you to consider the things in your life that you are putting before God, the things that you are looking to as a source of comfort. Now, God gives us all good things. We are meant to enjoy the things God gives us, but we're not to make them gods. One of the classic examples that Jesus gave was mammon or greed, saying you can't worship two masters. And he's talking about money. And that's just another struggle. So do an inventory. Think about the things that you might possibly be putting before God. And ask God how you can effectively deal with those things. I hope to be talking about this more in the future, but I wanted to get the ball rolling with a message and a reminder that these things are detestable unto the Lord. In Ezekiel, God talks about punishing the people, and so many times he mentions their idolatry. Idols. We see that word over and over. And that's after God told us not to have idols. Anytime you see the word idol, it's not good. Remember, it doesn't have to be little trinkets that people worship. It can be anything that you put before God. So let's work together in destroying any idols.